Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Kyle Richards' relationship with Morgan Wade was brought up by Kathy Hilton and Andy Cohen at the RHOBH reunion. After Kyle introduced Morgan to the Bravosphere, dangled her around the paparazzi, and then demanded no one speak of her, it appeared even Andy and Kathy were exhausted by Kyle's lack of admission. In an unexpected turn of events, Andy asked about Kyle's relationship with Morgan. He turned to Kathy and asked, "You told your girls you may be a lesbian too." Kathy quickly replied to her sister, "To make you feel better." Meanwhile, Kyle was sitting on the couch, looking visibly uncomfortable. She told her sister, "Please let me talk to this only." Barcel Bovav corrected Kyle after she claimed her close friend didn't sign up for this show. She interjected, "This season," as Kyle tried to maintain her narrative that Morgan Wade is off limits. That's when Andy clocked Kyle. "Putting out a music video that is the two of you as lovers? You can't have your cake and eat it too." Kyle was flabbergasted. Kyle took the country singer to a pancake house in Amsterdam, where she and Lisa Vanderpump filmed together in 5. Shortly thereafter, the pair went to Paris, the city of love. Before their trip abroad, Kyle and Morgan continued to gallivant together while maintaining they want privacy. The pair was seen after the Be a Lesbian episode aired, grabbing coffee in La Quinta. Never forget, Kyle and Morgan were together on a South African safari, and Kyle tried to subtly hide Morgan from the camera. At the highly anticipated Real Housewives of Beverly Hills reunion, one topic loomed over the gathering like an unwelcome cloud: Kyle Richards' relationship with country singer Morgan Wade. The tension was palpable as Kathy Hilton, Kyle's sister, and Andy Cohen, the reunion host, dove into the details surrounding this relationship. Fans had been speculating for months, piecing together rumors and reading between the lines of Kyle's social media posts. But this was the moment they were waiting for, when the women would finally address the elephant in the room. Kyle's bond with Morgan Wade had been a subject of curiosity for RHOB's fans since the two became close. The country singer, known for her music and unique style, had entered Kyle's life in a way that wasn't entirely clear. Some saw it as a deep friendship, while others believed it might be something more. Whether it was the pair's frequent posts on social media or the chemistry they seemed to share in their interactions, their relationship was undeniably close. The question on everyone's lips was simple: was it just a platonic friendship, or was there something deeper happening behind closed doors? As the reunion began, the usual reunion drama unfolded with the sharp-tongued banter fans had grown accustomed to. But there was an unmistakable undercurrent of intrigue surrounding Kyle and Morgan's connection. Kathy Hilton, with her characteristic candor, was one of the first to bring up the topic. Kathy has always had a unique dynamic with her sister Kyle, and during the reunion, she was ready to speak her mind. "Kyle, I have to ask, what's going on with you and Morgan Wade?" Kathy asked, her voice calm but laced with curiosity. The question seemed to hang in the air, and Kyle's reaction was immediate. She paused for a moment, perhaps weighing how much to reveal, before offering a polite yet somewhat guarded response. "Kathy, we are friends," Kyle replied, her tone giving little away. "Morgan and I have known each other for a while now, and we have a great relationship. That's really all there is to it." But Kathy wasn't having it. "Oh, come on. You've been spending a lot of time together, and I think everyone's wondering if there's something more going on. Are you sure it's just friendship?" Kathy pressed, her eyebrows raised in that familiar Hilton way that combined genuine curiosity with a touch of playful mischief. Kyle's smile was tight, but she maintained her composure. "We're just friends, Kathy. I know it might seem like more because of how close we are, but it's not what you think." She glanced briefly at the other women, many of whom were nodding, as if trying to gauge whether this would be a moment for full transparency. Kathy was undeterred. "Well, it's just that I've never seen you this close to someone in a while. And you two do seem really connected, Kathy observed with a slight tilt of her head, as if trying to decode always one to stir the pot, leaned forward and added, I think the fans are wondering the same thing, Kyle. You two are practically inseparable on Instagram, and the chemistry between you is pretty undeniable. So what's the truth here? His eyes twinkled as he asked the question that had been on everyone's mind. Kyle, though visibly uncomfortable, took a deep breath before responding. Morgan is an amazing person, and we have a lot in common, but I'm just not going to get into the details of my personal life. Everyone's always looking for drama, but we're just friends. That's all there is to it. However, there was a slight hesitation in her voice, a subtle crack in her armor, suggesting there was more she might not be saying. Some of the other women exchanged knowing glances, including Lisa Rinna, who had seen her fair share of drama over the years and wasn't shy about commenting. I don't know, Lisa chimed in, there's something there, Kyle. I mean, you're so close to Morgan, and it's hard to ignore. But whatever it is, you're not the first person in this group to have a complicated friendship. The conversation shifted back to the dynamic between Kyle and Morgan, but this wasn't the first time a Real Housewives reunion had tackled the personal lives of its stars. Whether or not it was a deliberate move to drum up tension for the cameras, the question of whether Kyle and Morgan were more than friends was one that would undoubtedly linger long after the reunion aired. Fans were already speculating and dissecting every word, post, and interaction between the two. Social media buzzed with opinions, ranging from those who believed Kyle was hiding a romance to those who simply thought it was a strong platonic connection. Kathy, for her part, seemed to enjoy playing the role of the provocateur. I mean, it's not like you're strangers to complicated relationships, she quipped, referencing Kyle's marriage to Mauricio Umansky. Her comment seemed to land with the force of an inside joke, one that the rest of the group couldn't quite ignore. It was a reminder of the complexities that often come with being in the spotlight, and Kathy, in her own way, was calling out the subtle contradictions of their lives. Kyle's response was measured, but there was a hint of tension in her voice as she said, I've been married for over 25 years, and I've always been upfront about my relationship with Mauricio. That's what matters to me. Morgan is a different kind of relationship, one that's built on trust and mutual respect, just like any other friendship. Still, as the reunion went on, the focus remained on the swirling rumors. The tension between what was said and what remained unsaid created a cloud of mystery around Kyle's relationship with Morgan. Was it really just a deep friendship, or was there something Kyle wasn't sharing? In the weeks that followed, speculation continued to mount. Fans pored over Kyle's social media posts, looking for hidden clues. The reunion had certainly not provided the definitive answer, leaving fans to draw their own conclusions. What was clear, however, was that the relationship between Kyle and Morgan, whether platonic or something more, was a significant chapter in Kyle's life, and it was one that was bound to be discussed, dissected, and analyzed for some time to come. For Kyle Richards, the reunion had opened the door to more questions than answers. And for fans, the mystery surrounding her bond with Morgan Wade had only just begun.